Boker Tov, good morning. We continue with a 3-minute daily dose of Torah. Looking at Makat Tzvardeya this week. We yesterday looked at the question of how many Tzvardeim were there, how many frogs were there. We saw this one giant frog possibility, or that simply one frog came and croaked to all the other frogs to come. Rashi actually quotes a third opinion, by the way, of how this happens, which is that when they would hit the one frog, and it would subdivide. So the more you hit the frog, the more the frogs multiplied, which is fascinating imagery. And of course, part of what the Torah, the way the Torah describes the Jewish people was that they were vayishritzu, that we were so increasing in number, like swarming animals. Right, not necessarily a nice image. And so one wonders whether the plague of Tzvardeya parallels that. Rashi does contend a few other things, including the possibility that Tzvardeya would come to tell you that there were all different species of frogs, lots of different species of frogs. I'm sorry, hold on a second. I'll quote you exactly who it was that said that. Yeah, pause 1 second to get it right. I'm sorry, that was Rashi indeed. Back to our discussion. So the Torah, when the Torah describes the plague, the wording is as follows: V'ima eina tala shaleach. If you, Saint Moshe threatens Paro, if you refuse to send forth the people, hinenu chino geif et kol gebulcha but tzvardeim. Behold, I will plague your whole border, gevulcha, which seemingly means your whole territory, with tzvardeim. Here we have it in plural, with frogs. The Midrash is intrigued by that usage and of kol gevulcha, all your borders with tzvardeim, and the Midrash reads as follows. Hold on, I'll get this here as well. Razal Amru, our sages of blessed memory, said, Hamakot sheheviya Kadosh Baruch Hu al Mitzrim garam lahem sheyasu shalom beinehem. These plagues, the plagues helped bring peace amongst others. How so? And here's how it's defined. Egypt and Ethiopia are border countries, and there were disputes about where the border between the two countries should be. Says the Midrash, when the frog plague came, the frogs only went up to the gevul. That's what the Torah says. Called gevulcha. All your boundaries will be filled with frogs, and it didn't cross another line. And so, based on where the Makkah reached, that's how they knew indeed what the border was. How the heavens, how God recognized the borders between Egypt and Ethiopia. And so, a side effect of the Makkah of Tzvardeya, and indeed other were apparently used described here, is that it clarified the borders and brought some of the disputes between nations to a halt. What an interesting extra read, an extra side effect of a pretty difficult and terrible Makkah. We'll talk more about the Makkah, God willing, tomorrow.